There is no way that actually happened. You did not convince a border agent to let you through by showing him a magic trick.
A man of character has many tools at his disposal. You just have to know which one to use.
For Emily, Alex felt like the perfect storm. After a series of safe, predictable, and ultimately boring relationships, his spontaneity was a thrill. He was charismatic, ambitious, and lived a life that felt like a movie. He swept her off her feet, and for the first time in a long time, she felt truly excited. She mistook the intensity of the experience for the depth of the connection. She saw the charm, she saw the grand gestures, but she failed to look for the foundation underneath. This is a story about the difference between a good time and a good person. It's about the small, quiet signs of character that we often ignore in the face of loud, intoxicating charm. Let's watch this unfold. Character isn't revealed on a perfect first date or during a planned romantic getaway. It's not found in the grand gestures. Character is revealed in the small, unguarded moments when a person thinks no one is watching or when things don't go their way. And for Emily, the first signs began to appear.
Oh, my apologies, sir. So sorry about that.
Yeah, you are. Just be more careful. Bring us another bottle of the Pinot.
Emily feels a small, uncomfortable knot in her stomach. This is the first non-negotiable sign, how a person treats those they don't need to impress. Charm is a tool used to get something. Character is how you behave when there is nothing to be gained. His kindness to her and his cruelty to the waiter revealed two different people living in the same body. One was a performance, the other was the truth. A week later, they faced their first real inconvenience together. This is the second non-negotiable sign, how a person responds to adversity.
Okay, no big deal. I've got roadside assistance on my phone. Let me just call.
Unbelievable. This whole day, this stupid car, I knew I shouldn't have taken this highway. Of course this happens. Just perfect.
His charm evaporates, replaced by a wave of anger and blame. He offers no solutions, only frustration. He doesn't see the flat tire as a problem to be solved together. He sees it as a personal attack on his perfect day. Emily feels his anger fill the small space of the car, and for the first time she feels a little afraid. Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. In that moment, she saw not a partner, but a child.
So he completely betrayed me. I brought him into the deal, I gave him the contacts, and he just cut me out and took all the credit. I was a total victim.
Emily listens, feeling sympathy. But the narrator points out the third non-negotiable sign, how a person takes responsibility for their past. In Alex's stories, he is never at fault. He is always the hero or the victim. He has a long list of people who have wronged him, ex-partners, old friends, former bosses, but he has no stories of his own mistakes or what he learned from them. A person of character owns their part in the story. A person without it simply recasts themselves as the blameless lead in every tragedy. And finally, the fourth sign appeared, day after day, the inconsistency of his word. Charm makes promises, but character keeps them. His life was built on grand declarations of future intent, but the foundation of his daily actions was cracked and unreliable. Emily found herself constantly adjusting her expectations downward, making excuses for him, living in a state of quiet disappointment, all while telling her friends how wonderful and exciting he was. She was in love with the idea of him, but living with the reality of his character.
Emily, I don't know what to do. The caterer for my engagement party just canceled. Alex swore he paid the deposit last week. He told me he handled it, but the caterer never received it, and now they've booked someone else. The party is in 2 weeks.
And there it is, the catalyst moment. It's one thing when his unreliability affects her, she can absorb it, excuse it. But now, his lack of character has directly hurt someone she loves. The consequences are no longer theoretical. They are real and painful.
I'm so sorry, Jen. Let me make some calls. I will handle this.
As she hangs up the phone, the illusion shatters. The charm, the exciting dates, the grand gestures. It all evaporates like a mist, revealing the flawed foundation underneath. She sees the pattern, clear as day. She realizes her hope that he would change was just a fantasy she was telling herself. The most painful moments of clarity come when we see how the person we love affects the people we love. In that moment, Emily made a decision. She knew the conversation would be hard. She knew he would try to charm his way out of it, but for the first time, she was immune. The conversation was exactly as difficult as she expected. Alex was charming, then apologetic, then angry, then pleading. He made 100 new promises. But for the first time, Emily didn't listen to his words. She looked at the undeniable pattern of his actions. She ended it. The weeks that followed were lonely and filled with doubt. But then, a quiet peace began to settle in. It was the peace that comes from choosing your own well-being over a chaotic and unreliable connection. It was the security of knowing that her life was now built on a foundation she could trust, her own character. She had learned the lesson. Chemistry is what gets your attention. Charm is what makes the first few months exciting. But it is character that sustains a relationship for a lifetime. It is the non-negotiable foundation upon which all true and lasting love is built. When you are choosing a partner, do not be distracted by the fireworks. Look for the steady, quiet, and unbreakable light of good character. If this story resonated with you, subscribe for more films about the real work of choosing love wisely. And in the comments, let us know one non-negotiable sign of good character that you always look for.